Hey guys, it's me again, and this time we're in Gundrak, the heroic version. This is the first boss, and he's quite easy. The only thing you want to look out for is his Poison Nova. When he starts to cast that, you want to run away. He also puts a poison debuff on random party members, so just heal through that. He also spawns spider ads, which don't have that much health, but they are a nuisance. As you see here, they come. They are very annoying, and you should try to AoE those down if you can. Finally, he will wrap someone, at which point you need to kill that wrap. But if you DPS fast enough, there shouldn't be any wraps going up. As you see in this video, we didn't have any wraps going up. This is quite an easy boss if you have good DPS, as we had in this group. And yeah, just an easy boss. This is the next boss, and he too is very easy. What you want to do is you want to DPS him down very quickly, and around 50% of his health, or I think 70%, something like that, he will become immune to all attacks, and something else will you'll be fighting something else, and you'll see in a moment what I'm talking about. He turns into I don't know what they're called, into an elemental. That's it. And when this elemental's up, you want to DPS it down because it deals damage to him overall, and it also puts down these purple things on the ground, which are like void zones. And you don't want to stand in those because they deal a lot of DPS if you stand in it for too long. And I think you have to fight this elemental twice just to kill the guy, even if he is at 0% health. Very easy boss as well. This guy's next on our easy bosses. He does something called Earth Shake, which is an AoE to everyone around him, which should be healed through. It's easy. His damage is weird. He like one time it's high, one time it's low. So make sure to keep heals on the tank. The third and final thing he does is try to transform into a mammoth. This is interruptible. It's I think like a 10-second cast at first, but the lower on health he gets, the more frequently he casts it and faster he casts it. As you just saw there, there's the mammoth. So you're probably gonna end up fighting this guy. There is an achievement to get him not transformed, but it is hard. This boss is probably the hardest of this dungeon. He is what he does is something called X spit, and what that does is he does like an AoE in front of him. So that's why no one should be standing in front of him. What that does is it does first of all nature damage, and second of all it drains mana every 3 seconds, for 3 seconds. Sorry. So you don't want anyone standing in front of him. One last thing I forgot to mention is that this guy's only available on heroic. And anyway, another thing he does is Eck Bite, which is a really high damaging attack. He also does X Spring, which drops all aggro, and he just starts charging a random target. So make sure to your healers alert. And finally, about 60 to 90 seconds into the fight, he enrages like a raid boss. So you need to have good DPS to kill this guy. And this is the final boss of this dungeon, and he is not as hard as Eck, but almost there. When he's not on a rhino, he does two things. He does a whirlwind, which no one should stand in because that will probably kill you, and something called Stampede, where he summons a rhino, which charges a random target and deals a lot of damage, as well as knocks them into the air. So when he transforms into a rhino form, he does three things. One being Impaling Charge, which he randomly charges a player and impales them like on his horn, and they get DPS every second for 5 seconds, and this is his Rhino form. As you see, someone is on his horn, and you want to keep heals on that person. Another thing he does is Puncture, which punctures the armor of his main aggro target, and it also puts a dot on them. So usually a tank should be getting that. Finally, he does Enrage, which increases his attack speed by 125% for 10 seconds, and that's cast randomly. So that's it for this dungeon, guys. I have only one heroic left, and I'm trying to get that together. So good luck, and see you next time.